On leaving the synagogue, he entered the house of Simon and Andrew with James and John. Simon's mother-in-law lay sick with a fever. They immediately told him about her. He approached, grasped her by a hand, and helped her up. Then the fever left her, and she waited on them. When it was evening, after sunset, they brought to him all who were ill or possessed by demons. The whole town was gathered at the door. He cured many who were sick with various diseases, and he drove out many demons, not permitting them to speak because they knew him. Rising very early before dawn, he left and went off to a deserted place, where he prayed. Simon and those who were with him preceded him, and on finding him said, "Everyone is looking for you." He told them, "Let us go on to the nearby villages, that I may preach there also. For this purpose have I come." So he went into the synagogue, preaching and driving out demons throughout the whole of Galilee. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. In this Gospel that we just heard, there are many topics that are very relevant. For example, at first, we see that Christ heals this woman who is ill. She has fever. She's laying down, sick. We know that at that time, fever was mortal. That is, if you had fever, most likely you will die sooner or later. And Jesus comes in and he heals this woman. But there is another point also that is very important, because we see that this man told Jesus about her illness. Therefore, intersection is shown here on this passage. And we have to practice that. That is, there are many people, many family members, that they have hard time to believe in the gospel, to believe in God. We have to work restless and pray to God, intercede, and don't stop praying, because there is lack of hope, there is lack of faith, there is lack of love. And we, as Christians, as Catholics, we need to pray, we need to intercede, we need to present God those people that don't want to know nothing about Him. So we see the importance of the intersection. But not only that, we see that Jesus heals this woman, and right after that, she starts serving. Therefore, serving is also very important, and we need to put that into practice with our neighbors when we can. We need to serve. We are called to serve. In fact, Jesus says, "I came to serve you." We also need to imitate Christ in serving our neighbors in their need, especially in the spiritual needs. Because how many people we know that are sick, that are suffering, but they have no God with them. They don't put their trust in God. They don't want to know nothing about Him, and they are suffering alone. We need to be helpers. We need to be preachers. We need to be evangelizers of the love, hope, and love of Jesus Christ. We need to serve. We need to be servants of the Word, servants of Jesus Christ, of His imitation. And also, there is another aspect here that we can mention, because we see this woman that she's sick, but right after she's been healed, Jesus grabbed her by the hand and she gets up. The same thing we can apply to our lives, because when we are sick, let's say the fever, it could be the ingratitude, lack of hope, lack of love, lack of faith in Jesus Christ. And right after that, we need to be healed right after that. And then we need to be grateful to God. Lord, thank you because I was sick and you healed me. I was alone and you were there with me. I was never alone. You never left me alone. And then one thing also that I like to highlight is that his apostles said to Jesus, they said, everyone is looking for you. When we are looking for happiness, in reality, we are desiring God. Because nothing on earth can satisfy our happiness. We cannot find happiness on nothing that exists in the world, but on our Creator. We can find happiness within Him. He is the sources of happiness. And we see that the apostles tell him, they are looking for you. But why were there people looking for Jesus? In fact, we see that many were gathered and he started healing a lot of people. Were they following him? Were they looking for him because he was gonna cure them? Why was these people looking for him? But we can also apply this question to ourselves. Why am I looking for Jesus? To see what he can do in my life? To take away this illness? We need to be looking for him out of love. Our motivation needs to be love. Lord, I want you to come into my life. I want to open the doors for you so you can come into my life. Love should be my motivation, not what I can get from him, but love. Also, St. Augustine says, our hearts are restless until they rest in you. We all desire God. We all desire rest, but we won't find the rest on nothing else but in Jesus Christ. Lord, help me heal from ingratitude. Help me heal from this ingratitude. I want to love you. Then my motivation be love for you.